What's up everybody, welcome to my channel. In this video today, I will be sharing with you step by step how you can apply for your spouse open work permit. So let's head over to my laptop and get started. So guys, to get started, you want to go to www.canada.ca/services, right? Don't worry about it, I'll leave the link in the description of this video. What you want to do when you're on this page, you want to scroll down and select sign in or create IRCC secure account. Now if you do not have an account, you can select register, right? If you have a sign-in partner, that would be if you're in Canada already, then you can use the sign-in partner option. However, the best option for you would be the GC key. Whether you sign in with the GC key or the sign-in partner doesn't matter, you'll be asked the same questions, right? But when you're creating the GC key, all you're going to need to provide is like your date of birth, a couple of security questions, your email address, and your first name and last name, of course. So I'm going to select sign in with partner here. So I'm going to select RBC and I'm going to sign in, basically sign in my account through RBC. Once you're logged in and on this page, scroll down to the section that says start an application. So here you want to select apply to come to Canada. You want to scroll down to the section where it says determine your eligibility and apply online. So if you're not seeing these three options, ensure that you do not have a pending application. If you do have a pending application, you can delete it and you will see this option if it is missing. So select this option that says visitor's visa, study and or work permit. What would you like to do in Canada? You're gonna say work. How long are you planning to stay in Canada? Select temporary more than 6 months. Select the code that matches your passport. I'm going to say Jamaica. What is your current country or territory? I'm going to say Canada. Do you have a family member who is a citizen or permanent resident and is older than 18 in Canada? I'm going to select no. What is your date of birth? Right, I'm going to say 2000 January the 1st. Now let's scroll down and select next. Are you a lawful permanent resident of the United States with a valid US citizenship and an immigration services number? No. Select what best applies to you and select next. What is your current immigration status in Canada? So let's expand. So here I'm assuming that you would have initially gotten a open work permit, right? Or you are on a visitor's visa and you are with your spouse who has a status of like a student. So here you can either select worker or student. So I'm going to go with the assumption that you already have like a, so here I'm going to go with the visitor option. I'm showing you that it is possible to do it as on a visitor's visa as well. So select next. Now, does any of the following applies to you? So make sure you read all of this, right? Here I'm going to select no, right? In your situation, are you a spouse, common law partner, or a dependent child of a person who holds a work permit and is applying for a work permit? This is a very popular case or common case. This also is another popular case. So most likely you will fit in one of these two categories. So from the drop down, let's select yes. Are you a spouse, common law partner, or dependent child of a person who is a foreign government officer in Canada? Here I'm going to select no, right? Then select next over, select what best applies to you. Are you applying under the Canada-USA Mexico agreement? No. Then select next. What is your marital status? You can say common law or married, whatever your status is. What is your province or territory of destination? Let's say Ontario, and then select next. Now for your result, you're eligible to apply for an open work permit. Now on the section where I selected visitor, if you had selected worker, then you would have seen two options. You would have seen the option to apply for a visitor's visa along with an open work permit. So here I'm going to select continue. So we are almost done. So they're going to ask a few more questions, and based on the questions, based on the answers that you provided, then a checklist will be generated at the end for the list of documents for you to upload, right? So I'm going to select next, or should I say continue. Are you accompanying a family member who has a status in Canada? Yes. So let's select next. When does your status in Canada expire? Let's say 2024. Now from the drop down, let's select January, and for the day I'm going to select 1st. So this will be dependent on if you have an existing open work permit or a study permit, things like that. So select next. Have you done a medical exam performed by the IRCC authorized panel physician doctor within the last 12 months? I'm going to select nope and continue. Are you planning to work in any of these categories here? Select what best applies to you. I'm going to say no, then select next. Do you plan to work in any of these jobs? I'm going to say nope and then select next. Do you wish to submit an application for a family member. In my case, no. However, if in your case you want to submit a family member application along with you, then select yes. All you need to do for them is that you're going to provide their information and then you'll upload their documents along with yours. So select next here. Are you giving someone access to your application? Select what best applies to you. Next. In the past 10 years, have you given your fingerprints and photo biometrics for an application to Canada? Select what best applies. It doesn't matter, honestly. It just will generate the relevant documents at the end, right? So I'm going to select yes. So select next. So what would happen if I had selected no there at the end of the application? You'll be asked to do a biometrics. Will you be paying for the fees or you are exempted? Yes, I'll be paying for my application fees, then select next. Are you able to make digital copies of your document? For sure. Let's select next. Will you be paying for your application online? For sure. Yes, we're going to do that 100%. So select next. Now review your answers, make sure everything is accurate, and then we're going to proceed and press selecting continue. Now submitting your application. On the screen, you'll be asked to upload documents for your application. Please do not use your browser's navigation button, back and forward, these buttons here, right? As they will not work properly within this application. So step 1, you must be logged into your own account to submit an application. You cannot use another person's account. Step 2, if you select the exit button, your information will be saved so you don't have to worry. Step 3 is where you're going to upload all the required documents based on the information and the answers that you have provided. And step 4, you're going to pay the relevant fees. So let's continue. Now on this page is your documents checklist, right? These are the list of documents that you will need to upload to complete the application of your open work permit. So you're going to select this form and it will take you to this page and it will look like this. Now you may be panicking and wondering, this is not working. So what you're going to do is select save it in your documents, right? Then you open the folder and then you open with Adobe Acrobat Reader. You can download that online. It's a free application. Now this is what the form looks like. So it says application to change condition, extend my stay or remain in Canada as a worker. So you want to take your time, read and fill out this information, ensure everything is accurate, right? Very basic information, nothing that you wouldn't have provided before. And then what you're going to do at the end is you're going to sign with a digital signature. This is going to be your first name and last name and the current date. Now once you're done with that, you're going to go back to the application, right, and upload the file here. Then you're going to take a picture of your passport and upload it here. If your files are too big, you can use any online converter to shrink the file, right? So if your file is stored in a JPG format, then you simply search shrink JPG picture, right? Then you're going to upload a digital photo of yourself. You don't need to go to any photo studio to take this. You can use your camera and then you crop the photo into a passport size. Again, there are websites available to do this. Now because I selected common law relationship earlier, this is why it's asking me to fill out this form. Now if you are married, then it will ask you to upload proof of your marriage. So that would be like a marriage certificate. Now here, if you do not have a visa, right, like you want to travel to and from Canada, while you're doing this application, you can upload this form as well. If you have additional information that you want to provide, then you can add it here. Now the reason why I'm seeing biometrics fee here is because in the biometrics fee section, I had selected I've never done a biometric, so therefore I'll need to do biometrics. So that's another $85. So the work permit is $155 and the open work permit holder fee is $100 Canadian, bringing the total to $330. So that's how you apply for your spousal work permit in Canada. So that's for now guys. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.